I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So here we are. Oops, a daisy, what on earth has gone on here? Now this is where I have to eat my words, and I'm going to have to eat humble pie as well, and I'm going to have to swallow my pride. How many more metaphors can I think up here? Just a short time ago I sat here and I talked about being a jack of all trades, saying you've got to focus, you can't do everything, and yet I think I need to listen to my own advice, and I might have avoided this. And so what's happened is I've pulled all of my tendons, and so I'm finding it really difficult to write or weight bearing. So gripping and weight bearing is what I'm struggling with. And it's because I've overdone it. I have seriously overdone it. I can't believe how silly I've been, really. But at the start of lockdown, it was the Easter holiday, so I wouldn't have been teaching anyway. And then for the next 2 weeks, we weren't really sure what was going on, so I hadn't organised Skype or all of the other things that I was thinking I could do once we realised we were going to be in this situation for a while. And so I had a month where, apart from recording and doing my own studies and so on, I was a little bit more at leisure, and I just felt so desperate to make that time count. And there are always a million things that need to be done. And so in a frenzy of activity, I spent that month cleaning the kitchen, tidying the garden, doing all the things that need to be done, but doing it with gusto. And so I scrubbed all of the fence panels, and it's a pretty big garden, and so the garden gets quite shady over the winter, and it was all kind of green moss on the fences and so on. So I scrubbed all of the fences down with bleach and then sponged them all down, and then I painted them all, and then I scrubbed the garden benches down and painted those, and painted the wood and treated the wood, and then I scrubbed the gate posts down and painted all the wrought iron gate, which, you know, all the swirls and the scrolls takes absolutely ages to do. And then I moved into the house, and I spent days and days scrubbing all of the kitchen tiles, and I scrubbed all of the kitchen cupboards, and I scrubbed inside the cupboards, and I cleaned up and I cleaned the oven, and then I went back outside because the weather's been so lovely, and then I started weeding, and there's lots of weeding, lots of flower beds, and we are not avid gardeners, so it's a little unkempt, but I do like it to be reasonably tidy, and I don't like it overgrown with weeds and so on. And so I was digging away and trimming the edges and pulling out weeds and digging out bricks and so on, and it sounds okay, but it was starting to hurt from all of this activity when I was doing the fences. So right from the first sort of day or two, it was starting to hurt, and I didn't stop, and I kept going. Now, all of those jobs needed to have been done. They do need to be done, but I perhaps didn't need to do them all in one go. And so now I've really damaged my tendons, and suddenly it brings home to me the importance of choose what it is that you want to do, what is important, and then let the other things fit in as and when, really. You know, you do need to keep doing things. I can't do nothing else, but I didn't need to go at it with quite such vengeance, really. And it sort of brought me to a full stop, because gosh, can you imagine if I couldn't play piano? Now fortunately, so I wear these straps when I need to do writing and so on, but I can only do writing in short bursts of time, and then I just need to take a break. But thankfully I am still required to do range of movement exercises, and because I'm not gripping or weight bearing, actually playing the piano is not painful for me at all. And I think it might even be good exercise as well. So thank goodness I can still play piano. And it just made me realise, like, dear oh dear, what have I jeopardised here in my foolishness? Can you imagine if I really couldn't play piano? And I'm told that tendons take a long time to heal, almost worse than a break, I think. I mean, I don't know. I've never broken anything. I've never had an injury like this before, because I'm not a sporty person. I've no experience of this at all, and I did write a chapter in one of my books, a letter from the broom cupboard, about my fear of when students are sporty, because there is nothing worse than a basketball wound where you snap your hand back, or you know, sort of, there was a boxer who was like using his fist to punch, you know, I mean, I know you've got gloves on, but you're still going to be taking a pounding, aren't you? And so when somebody walks in with these sort of well-known injuries, my heart just sinks, because I know that I've got months ahead of struggling with piano practice and struggling how to accommodate certain movements and so on. Never thought I'd be in this place myself, and so I should have listened to my own advice and just not tried to do everything all at once. And so now I am going to have to take my own advice and think about the vlog that I did recently about cheat practice, because I can play piano, thank goodness. But I need to be careful and just do little and often. I did do an hour yesterday and it was okay, but I think I need to be careful, so I stopped before it got too much. And so I'm having to think, well, I can't go and do the weeding unless I learn to start doing things left-handed. They say that you should use your non-dominant hand more often for mundane tasks, because that can help you to exercise your brain in all sorts of different ways. So use your non-dominant hand to open doors or open jars. And I never think to do that, because you just automatically just go with your dominant hand, don't you? And so maybe I'm going to have to start thinking about using my other hand for these things. I wonder if I can do weeding left-handed. I certainly can't do painting left-handed. I mean, I wanted to paint the garage door, but I'm not sure I've got the brush control with the left hand. You'd think that great big fences with a big walloping brush, you think I could have done that left-handed, and as it started to hurt, I tried. But it didn't work, and so I just kept going and ignoring the pain and just kept going. And so, and then that was weeks ago, and it's been hurting ever since, and I've just never even thought about it, and it's kept hurting. And then, of course, on top of that, you see, I've been working away, and then of an evening, it's like, oh, time to sit down and relax. And then I'll sit and do some crochet or some embroidery, and I absolutely love doing crochet, and I've got a new blanket on the go with this beautiful mustard coloured wool. And I think, this really hurts, I can't do that, this hurts. But I kept going, no, I kept going. And it's like, I actually vocalised, this is really hurting, about a month later. And I was talking to my son-in-law, who's a medic and in the army, and I said, oh, you know, what shall I do about this? And it's like, you need to stop, you need to rest this. And then it really brought it home to me to think, if I don't stop and if I don't rest this, I am risking losing playing the piano for a long period of time. And so I just thought I better just confess my foolishness and own up to it, and just think I really need to be much more sensible. So I'm pulling back. It's like, I can't do any weeding, I'm not doing any crochet. Thankfully I can play the piano, so I'm going to do that. And in a sense that really helps me, because it sort of suddenly simplifies the problem. And when there are all these things pressing in on us, oh, I need to go and do the weeding, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I'd love to be sitting and relaxing. It's like, no, you can't do those things. Suddenly life gets very simple. So it's like, if I'm resting, I shall sit and rest. I can read a book, or I can do, as I suggested, I've been listening to my music, following the score, so I'm still doing some work, but I'm resting my hand. And then I'll do some piano practice, and I'll think, oh, I'm so glad, goodness, I'm so relieved that I can do this. And it really simplifies what I can do and what I can't, and it's made me stop trying to do too much. So perhaps you wouldn't be so foolhardy to go on and press through this pain. However, take my advice, take it easy, don't go too mad, and if something hurts, stop, really do stop. And so when I'm playing the piano, if it hurts, I will stop. So silly me, can't believe I'm having to say this, but thank goodness I've realised before it really is too late. So I shall wave goodbye with my other hand, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.